What's up everyone, happy new year. Today I'm doing a little bit of work on cooling. So I got the radiator and I got the old oil cooler here. So if your car is overheating, be it at the track or not, one thing that I want to know is independent of your thermostat, whether it's sticking or not, or your water pump, whether it's defective or not, you need to get airflow, right? The way the heat exchanger works is you have all of these little veins, and you can see my flashlight on the back. So unless you're getting airflow through those veins, you're not really getting a heat exchange. So what happens in a case like this, where you see some of this dirt or little pebbles or anything that you run over, bugs, feathers, etc., if that's blocking these veins and there's no airflow, it doesn't matter how deep this section is this way if you're blocking it off. The oil cooler sits underneath the radiator, which is right here, and is fully exposed to, as you can see, all the crud. What happens with the radiator is the radiator, this is not the radiator, FYI, this is the condenser for the AC, and the radiator sits right behind it, and it's basically covered up by this condenser. So the condenser is what takes most of the brunt of getting leaves, bugs, etc. stuck in there. So I've gone through and I've cleaned out my condenser. The way that I usually do it is I use a vacuum cleaner. I do use some picks and some screwdrivers to get some of the rocks out. I don't really need to worry about bending some of these. You can just unbend them. Some of these are still clogged up, but anyway, that's the exercise. The best way of doing it is if you actually have a compressor, is to blow compressed air from the inside outward to blow out all the pebbles and dirt. So just wanted to know that you guys are kind of mindful of that being the case. The other thing that happens is that between the condenser and the front face of the radiator, sometimes you get a bunch of stuff caked on, especially in the corners here. So removing the radiator, blowing that out, as well as the condenser, is a good way to regain some of the cooling efficiency. I am actually, as you can tell here, I'm swapping out my oil cooler. And the reason that I swap out the oil coolers is monitoring my my oil temps. Is as you get all this crud in here, sometimes I can't actually blow it out. It's losing its cooling efficiency, and it is rather small. The best way for me is just to get a fresh one in, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. Why don't you just make a note about it so you guys are aware of blowing out the veins and making sure that you're able to see the light, so to speak, through all of this, because it doesn't take much, you know, small dust particles, rocks, pebbles. However long have you've been driving the car already for, you know, 80, 100, 200,000 miles. It gets pretty gunked up, so you can regain a lot of efficiency by cleaning that out. Alright, Happy New Year, that's all I got.